We've got something really cool for today. We are running a webinar, getting confirmation on the exact number of people that we're actually expecting to have on the call. I think it's up around 40 to 50. So how we're getting these registrants onto this webinar is we're running Facebook ads, right, to get these registrants. And it's the thing that's worked. We've gotten heaps of clients through running Facebook ads for ourselves. And we decided, instead of just individual sales calls, why don't we just get everyone on a webinar? We've gone ahead and done that, right? We did it last week, we were spending $120 a day last week. We still came out profitable. This week we're spending it went from 90 and closer to the date, we ramped it up to about $200 a day. I think that's all up across all the different campaigns. And the results that we've gotten are pretty insane. Like, we have automated messages. So this is all of the details of the people that are registering, and we've called them and we've verified quite a few of them are actually coming on. The timings of it, we're doing it 12 p.m. on a Thursday. So the timings of it could be inconvenient for some people who have a side business or who have a full-time job but also want to start their business. That's what I mean. That's not necessarily who we're kind of going for. We're basically optimizing for lifetime. We want to be working with people who have an established business and just want to grow it. We don't want to be working with people who they're dependent on us to get them work. That's not who we want. They can handle more work, we can get them more work, but they don't rely on us as make all or break all for their business. So we will experiment over the next few weeks on if we should change the times, if we need to change messaging, if we need to change what we're actually presenting. So there are a few changes that need to be made, but all in all, our first one, we came out profitable. This one, I have higher hopes of us becoming profitable as well. Just need to find out if/how we can make it a little bit more interactive. We're currently just getting people to type one or reply yes or that sort of stuff. That's what we're doing. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how it goes, and just honestly just getting busier to get to the point where it's just dream situation. It's just perfect. Honestly, the thing is, seeing all these 20-year-olds with Lambos in Dubai, we need to get there because they've done it. Sure, they may be a unicorn, but they've done it. Are they rented? Maybe, but I'm not in Dubai and I'm not renting Lambos. I would. We need to get busier. Busier, is that the right word? I don't know. That's probably not the right word. Getting busier is not the thing. Getting more clients. So that's exactly what we're doing. I'm really excited for the results today. Can't wait to see how many people jump on. Can't wait to see the Stripe go ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. Stripe doesn't make that, Shopify does, but it's okay.
My profile is a mess. And I wouldn't know, how do I even know what people are searching or who?
Today later, I want to run you through exactly how it went, what we did, what went well and what didn't. First of all, we were profitable. That's good. So we signed 2 clients and they were really valued at 3 because one of them had 2 businesses. Very cool to see that. I'll run you through the actual story on how we secured one of them and then the other one. So what happened, there was a lady that had her hand up for a long time. It's a Google Meet, so all she has to do is press like the hand up emoji or whatever it is. And it said she had her hands raised. But I then sent Jack a text message saying, hey, get to XYZ's question when you can. But he didn't know that she had her hand raised and he could only see the chat. Irrespective, he didn't get to the question, that's fine, whatever. I have all the leads on my phone, so I went ahead, texted her. I said, hey XYZ, this is Lucas, Jack's business partner. Let me know what that question was. Hope you're enjoying the webinar. She then didn't reply for 20 minutes. And then she said, after the entire webinar was done, and even the pricing, after we got to the pitch, right? She then responded to me saying, hey, can we do a custom pricing? Do you have a custom pricing or whatever for 2 businesses if we were to sign on with 2 businesses? And honestly, we gave them a great deal on that call in terms of the value they got and what the actual money that they paid. We gave them a phenomenal deal. But nevertheless, I think it's fair enough that if you're going to bring 2 businesses on, even though we gave you a great deal, there's always more that you can do, especially with digital product or digital services, I should say. It's like your margins are 100%, you could say. Anyway, so that was cool. So I reached out to her. I was watching his flank, right? He couldn't see, and that was just what a partnership is for. So that was great. I was so happy to see that, and I was so happy to get that over the line. He paid the invoice like 2 hours after I sent it, just because she was in meetings. Perfect, it was great. So the webinar as a whole ran for 45 minutes and we had 30 participants. Some of you may be wondering, how did you get those 30 participants? We ran Facebook ads. That's what we did. We sent them over to a landing page where they had another 2-minute thing to watch and they opted in. Now, I'm gonna run you through some of the notes I had. This is some notes on Jack and the presentation, but also on how it went. I thought it was mildly monotone. I thought it was mildly monotone in terms of the way Jack was presenting. But it's not a theater show. It's not a show. So we're not here for entertainment. We're here to provide value. And I wrote this down probably 15, 20 minutes in, and people only joined. I said mildly monotone. Under it, I said, doesn't really matter. No one has fallen off yet in terms of dropping off the call. I said Jack was articulating very well. And after that, I didn't really comment because we fleshed out the actual slide in the presentation as a whole before we did it quite a number of times. So nothing was a surprise to me, and it went pretty well, exactly how we wanted it to go. Everyone stayed during the pitch. Everyone did. It was well done, but I thought it was mildly long. Even though people stayed, he also wasn't repetitive. That was really well done. 27 people after the link drop. Those are the only calls, those are the only notes I had because I was messaging this lady and then she called me. So at the end of the day, what did we do wrong? It wasn't necessarily wrong because it still went really well, but it was the structure of the sell. So it was, here we go, here's blanket pricing for everyone if you want us to do this for you. It's not really personal, it doesn't really convert. And I think it would only work really well if we had a massive audience. Like 30 people is still quite a lot of businesses to be pitching, but you know what I mean? Like if we had 300, it would go much better. It would go much smoother, much easier, that sort of thing, right? So that was cool, but what did we do right? We had the idea and then we actually executed it. So this is not so much in terms of how did it actually go on that 45-minute call, but what went right as a whole. We had the idea and we executed it. It was expensive to do, but I would rather spend say $10,000 to get the return of 15,000 at only 1.5x return and spend 100 to get $150 back, right? So like it costs money, and we're in a good position now where we actually can invest the funds to get this to a place where it's really profitable and where it kind of works really well. And another thing was we were profitable and I was very happy with it. But you have to look at, say we spent $1,000 in the week on ads, right? That's just ad spend. What did we actually get? So we got 30 participants, probably something like 60 or 58 leads, something like that, I think, or 58 registrants. 30 people showed up. That's not bad at all. Say 50% showed. We became profitable, and we now have so from those two that we already signed, we now have 56 other leads that we can call, follow up with, who are warm, right? They're interested in the service and they know about us already and they opted into us. So that was great. And then we now have a database that we'll just keep continuously building, that we can continuously follow up with. If we don't want to follow up, we can hire someone to follow up. We had people doing cold calls for us, and we had people doing whatever. This is a system that is working better for us. I am very happy. Takeaways are profitable, 30 people on, a lot of money spent, but we got our money back. And really the name of the game here is just to scale. Like there's really nothing else except scale it. We've gotten onto something that works. Even though this worked, we've gone away and we've rejigged it again. The end, the close, the sell. We're rejigging that because we don't like the way it is, and we should have a much higher conversion rate from participants to clients. I was really happy with the retention of everyone that stayed all the way to the end, even after they saw the payment link actually enter the chat for them to go on to. The week before, we had one person that actually did click on it and sign on and become a client. It was just a payment link is all it was. And a promise to give them a call and onboard them ASAP, which we did, and now we're working with them very swimmingly. Anyway, it was a long day at work today and I am going to sleep now. That's a lie. I have client work to do.